What if the biggest threat in your life isn't obvious? Not the loud critic. Not the open rival. But the one who smiles when you win, nods when you speak, and secretly wants to see you fall. In today's world, enemies rarely strike head-on. They operate in silence. In smiles. In subtle patterns most people miss, until it's too late. But you're not here to live unaware. You're here to see clearly, move wisely, and thrive, no matter what surrounds you. Welcome to Stoic Thryve, where we take the ancient clarity of Stoicism and apply it to the quiet wars of modern life. If you're done second-guessing your gut, if you're ready to spot manipulation before it poisons your peace, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications. This is where your emotional armor gets forged. In this video, we're uncovering 3 brutally honest signs that someone in your life may be secretly trying to destroy you. And we're not talking drama, we're talking disciplined awareness, sharpened by the teachings of Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Stoicism isn't passive. It's not about letting life happen to you. It's about facing it with presence, strategy, and strength. So if you've ever felt that something is off, that someone close to you might be clapping for your failure while pretending to be in your corner, don't ignore that feeling. This might be the video that finally gives you the language, the insight, and the clarity to trust what you already know deep down. Let's get into it. 1. They undermine you through jokes and disguised insults. It always starts as a joke. You're in a group, maybe friends, colleagues, even family, and someone makes a cutting comment about you. They chuckle. Others laugh awkwardly. You feel the sting, but you brush it off. You don't want to be the one who can't take a joke. But the pattern repeats. Again and again. The jokes always target your vulnerabilities. Your flaws. Your mistakes. Your appearance. Your goals. You start to notice they only joke like this when there's an audience. Always just enough sarcasm to cause discomfort, and always followed with a smile, relax, I'm only kidding. But humor can be a smokescreen for hostility. Sarcasm can be cowardice in disguise. These aren't jokes, they're strategic jabs meant to make you doubt yourself while entertaining others. Seneca reminds us, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. In other words, when your energy is scattered defending yourself from subtle attacks, you're no longer rooted in yourself. A Stoic knows that dignity must be protected, not through rage, not through confrontation, but through clarity. Words matter. And repeated belittling, even in jest, is not harmless. It's a slow erosion of your authority, your confidence, and your reputation. A true friend uplifts, even in humor. A silent rival dresses envy in mockery. They will test your boundaries while pretending to be light-hearted. But don't miss the message just because it's wrapped in a smile. You don't have to laugh along with your own humiliation to keep the peace. Guard your self-respect like a Stoic guards his virtue, without apology. 2. They mimic you to replace you, not learn from you. Imitation can feel flattering. At first. They start dressing like you. Speaking like you. Adopting your routines, your vocabulary, your tone of voice. They quote your ideas. Repeat your stories. Follow your footsteps. It feels like support, maybe even admiration. But then it shifts. They stop acknowledging where they got it. They present your thoughts as their own. They begin to compete with you, using your identity as their toolkit. Now they're building something, not beside you, but against you. Your words are in their mouth. Your ideas in their projects. and your influence in their circle. But your name is never mentioned. This is no longer about growth. It's about replacement. Epictetus teaches, you become what you give your attention to. If someone is obsessed with your every move, but lacks the integrity to give credit or build authentically, they're not seeking truth. They're seeking position. Stoics value self-awareness above all. To follow another man's path blindly is to remain a stranger to yourself. But someone secretly trying to destroy you doesn't just mimic, they weaponize imitation. It's strategic. They study you so they can one day displace you, in the workplace, in social circles, in influence. They'll smile at your success in public while privately rehearsing how to steal your thunder. And if you call them out, they'll say you're arrogant or paranoid, because their entire game is built on subtlety and silence. The Stoic response is not panic, but precision. You don't need to compete with imitators. You need only outlast them with authenticity. Because no mask lasts forever. Stay original. Let them chase the shadow, while you continue embodying the source. 3. They praise you in public, but plant doubt in private. This is the most deceptive behavior of all, the two-faced ally. To your face, they're supportive. In meetings, they compliment you. In front of others, they mention your strengths, your talent, your work ethic. But behind closed doors, when the right ears are listening, they begin planting doubt. They use suggestive language, never outright betrayal. They say things like, "She's great, but I've noticed she's been really stressed lately. He's talented, but I don't know if he's mature enough for leadership. I respect them, but I worry they're overreaching." Each statement sounds balanced, even thoughtful. But it's a calculated form of sabotage. It's reputation erosion, done quietly, surgically, and with clean hands. And it's devastatingly effective, because people begin to question you without even knowing why. Marcus Aurelius warned, be indifferent to what makes no difference. But reputation does matter, not for vanity, but for influence. And when someone you trust undermines that through quiet manipulation, you must recognize it, not emotionally, but factually. Look for these patterns. Are they consistent in how they speak about you, regardless of who's listening? Do they amplify your value in private, or only when it benefits them? Do people's attitudes toward you change after interactions with them? The Stoic path is not to retaliate, but to see clearly. The more centered you are, the easier it becomes to detect misalignment in others. And when you see it, act accordingly. Distance isn't revenge. It's hygiene. The one who talks behind your back is already behind you. Keep it that way. The Stoic doesn't seek enemies. But he also doesn't pretend they don't exist. You are not here to be suspicious of everyone, but you are here to be conscious, disciplined, observant, and self-contained. Enemies don't always announce themselves. They disguise their envy. They wrap their sabotage in support. They use soft tones and quiet tactics, because direct confrontation would expose them. But once you see the patterns, you can't unsee them. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. That privilege includes protecting your peace. Not through aggression, but through clarity. So let this video serve not as a warning, but as a wake-up call. You don't need to fight everyone. But you do need to recognize what you're dealing with, so you're never caught off guard. Guard your energy. Honor your intuition. And as always, thrive, not just in success, but in stillness. You've been watching Stoic Thryve. Subscribe for more timeless wisdom, modern application, and grounded strength in a chaotic world.